tech, car, and gun fanatics. SAR has sent another one to the channel and we're about to check it out. Right now we're about to check out the SAR K12 Sport high performance single action 9mm semi-auto hammer fire pistol. And this is it right here in this case. Let's look at the case. Of course, the case is very good. It's a very hard plastic case and it has these little latches right here. It has two little holes here and I do believe this is TSA approved. So let's go ahead, open this case up and see what it has in the inside. All right, so we'll just lift the latches up right here. Got a latch in the front right there. Open it up. And there we have it. So the first thing you see is the semi-automatic pistols owner manual. That's it, it's in plastic. And I'm not even, you know what, I'm not gonna even open this up. You guys know what's in the inside of these right here. So a lot of important information. Let's open this piece of plastic up, this bag, and see what's in here. Yep, so it looks like it's a little cleaning tool tube right here. And then you have your brushes, of course. You have your rods, and you can attach these to the brush and clean out your barrel and stuff like that. Anything else in here? Nope, nothing else is in there. So that's what you get right there. So that's pretty damn cool. Screw this right back on. I love when they add a lot of different accessories in the inside. Gives you really good value. So let's check out this right here. Oh, you have a mag, another mag. So of course you get two mags with this. This is a 17 rounder and this is metal. So that's it. That's how that looks. Anything else in here? Yeah, something else in here. And you have, looks like a little tool in here to use. And this one right here, I'm not sure of, but if you guys know, drop it in the comment section below and let me know what that is. I didn't research on that, so. All right, and you have your lock for your pistol. Chamber flag here, chamber flag here. And then you have your SAR, is it a sticker? Oh, it's just a thank you pamphlet. So with a barcode right here to give you more information. So that's pretty cool. And then right here, you do get your SAR sticker. So that's it. Pretty awesome stuff. And here is the damn beautiful pistol. I can't remember where I saw this pistol, but I believe it was either at GOA or NRA. I cannot remember. I think it was GOA. But that's where I saw this pistol. And when I saw it, I said, you know what? I had to get with these guys so they can send it out to the channel. And I've had a blast with this pistol. This pistol is extraordinary. And I'll explain to you in a few minutes all the full details about this pistol. So let's get into it. So here it is. And it's made so well, guys. It has a lot of weight on it. Of course, we're going to go ahead and weigh this pistol right now in a few minutes, but I'm going to give you some specs on this. But keep in mind, this pistol is manufactured in Turkey and it's molded after, watch this, the CZ75. So that's pretty cool. It's basically designed for competitive shooting and competitions. And when I was out at the range, you can see right now how flat that gun is shooting. It's just a well-made pistol. You can also see right here that it does have a very low bore axis on the pistol right there. And a lot of CZs also have that low bore axis, which is pretty cool. Now you can find pistols like this, since this has been out for quite some time now. You can find this type of pistol for around $7.99. So you can find that online. Usually you may be able to find it a little bit cheaper, but if you guys find that, please let me know in the comment section below. But that is a steal for a pistol like this. All right, so now let's go ahead real quick and let's jump into the specs. So of course, this is a 9mm hammer fire pistol. The overall length right here, this is a pretty full size gun right here. It is 8.5 inches in length. As far as the width, it is 1.6 inches regarding the width, and the height right here is 5.8 inches. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the slide. And it's not much room with the slide right there, but the slide is forged steel. So basically, it has a all steel construction. Now, online, it does state that this pistol does weigh 43.7 ounces, but I'm going to go ahead, put it on the scale with and without the magazine, and we'll see what it truly weighs. All right, so here we go. Right now, we're going to go ahead and weigh it with the magazine in the inside, and warning, this is a heavier pistol, but of course there's pros and cons with that. So let's go ahead and put it on the scale. And as you can see, this is coming in at 2 pounds, 11.3 ounces with the magazine. 2 pounds, 11.3 ounces. Now let's take the magazine out, drop that mag, put it back on the scale. Now it's coming in at 2 pounds, 7.5 ounces. 2 pounds, 7.5 ounces. Now let's go ahead, do the review, start from the top and work our way down to the bottom. Now, first off, we're gonna go ahead and just admire the design on this pistol. I have to talk about that, guys. Look at the vertical lining right here. Beautiful. Polished barrel right there. Can't beat it. Once again, it has, I'll come a little bit closer so you can see it. It has like this matte, like, I don't know, gray or silver color, and it's two-tone. So you have that darker gray right there on the grip, and it just looks great. Of course, it has the name right there, SAR right there, K12, and then it says Sport right there. I don't know. They probably could have left the little K Sport off, but it's not too bad. Now, something I did notice about this pistol, it is not optic ready. So if you like pistols that are already optic ready, this is not going to be the pistol for you. So this one right here actually has metal sights right here. And you can see the front right there is serrated. So I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see right there. You can see it right there. There's serrations in that front sight, and it is blacked out. I actually like them like that, where they're blacked out, and you can see that. Then the rear sight right here is an adjustable sight, and there it is. And of course, you can see it does have the elevation, and it also has the windage right there. So I'll come a little bit closer so you can see that. So you can adjust that. So that's pretty damn cool. And of course, it is serrated in that back sight also. Now let's look at the serrations. So the serrations, they feel pretty good on this pistol. Just remember, guys, you only have a limited amount of space to rack the slide because of how thin the slide is right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the mag out for you right now. And as you can see, you know, your hand naturally, when you have these two fingers, it wants to reach down here, but you're reaching on the lower frame because of the low bore axis. So when you're going like this, you really have to pay attention and really focus on that slide in this area. But again, the serrations feel great. Just check them out. And that's it right there. And then of course you have them in the rear right here, and they're really, really easy to get a good grip and pull that slide right back. No problems at all with that. So I like that. Big kudos on that one. Let's talk about this barrel right here. And there is your barrel. Of course, some of you guys love to see the rifling in the inside. When I do this part, you can see that. And this right here is a polished barrel, beautiful polished barrel. This barrel length is 4.7 inches and the barrel is forged steel. So let's go ahead real quick, disassemble the slide from the lower frame and check it out. Now, of course, the gun is not loaded at all. I'm gonna show you how to take the slide off of the lower frame. It's exactly like the other SAR. And if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna show you right now. So right here, you have two little circle indentions right there. You literally have to line those up, guys. So the way that you do it is just kind of take it just like this until they're lined up vertically, right like that. And then it's a little bit difficult, especially in behind the camera. I take my knife, I got a glass breaker right here. You can take anything that won't damage the gun, and you have to push on this black little notch right here and push down on it. So just like that, and you can hear it pop right out. And then I went ahead, you can take some pliers or some needle nose, whatever the case is, and just pull it completely out. That drops out just like that, comes out, and then boom. You can push the slide forward and it comes right off. So here are your internals right here. And if you want to see what that looks like, here you go. For all you nerds out there that like to nerd out on this type of stuff, that's it in the inside. That's what it looks like. And then right here, you have your guide rod and spring. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, and it is an extremely long rod right here, and then your spring. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't mention this on the last review that I did with the other pistol. I think it was the SAR 724. I forgot to mention this, but if I'm not mistaken, you can change these springs out for different weights. And that's what I love about these type of guide rods, is that you can change them out depending on what type of ammo that you will be running if you run into issues or problems. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's go ahead, pull the barrel out, and there is your polished barrel right there. So that's exactly how that looks. It's a little bit of grime because I've been shooting the hell out this thing. And that's the inside of the slide right there. So I'll go ahead and give you a peek right here from this area. And so you could just, you know, check it out and see what it looks like. Now it's really, really easy to put the slide back on the lower frame. All you do is just push it forward, and then you have to line those circles back up again. And then the inside, you want to make sure that you have clearance in that circular area right there for your takedown lever. And this is a takedown lever and a slide stop. So all you do is take this and insert it in that hole right there, down like that, and then boom, that's it. And then of course you want to go ahead, check your gun and make sure that it's working, and it is. Unfortunately, this does not have a little Picatinny rail right here at the bottom of the lower frame. And of course, I think the reason being is because this is a competition type pistol. So really there's no need to have anything down there at the bottom because it has enough weight. You don't need to add added weight to this at all. This is very stable, and the muzzle flip and recoil is really easy to manage on this gun. Of course, once again, I mentioned right here that the slide stop does double down as a slide stop and the takedown lever, and it's not ambi or reversible, so keep that in mind. It does have these little, you know, I guess they are like circular type serrations right here for better grip, and it actually works. And that's it right there, and then boom, you can just pull down on that slide. It's really easy to get that in motion right there. So not bad at all. Now, something I did notice about this, these guns are full-size guns, guys. The grip is thinner than the SAR 724, so that's appreciated. It's easier to grip, but of course, with it being a larger guns, you have to have some pretty big hands to reach forward right here for this slide stop, so keep that in mind. Let's look at the manual safety. So this is your manual safety right here. Very, very tactile and audible, and it is ambidextrous, and you can see that on this side. So that's really good. It feels really good. Very high quality manual safety right there from what I can feel. Of course, you know the red dot right there means it's ready to fire. When you pull the trigger, it will fire. Once you put it in the up position right here, it will not rack and it will not fire. Let's move towards the rear of the gun right here and look at this hammer. So of course, right here you do have serrations for grip on your hammer, so it makes it really easy to pull down on that hammer. If you want to make sure that does engage right there, boom, that's how it works. You can do a half cock right there also. So that's it, and it has really good grip. It is a skeletonized hammer. Now let's check out this trigger guard. That is your trigger guard, and that's what it looks like. Of course, you have serrations in the front for index finger gripping. Some people do that. I don't. I'll go ahead and show it on the other side. And keep this in mind, this does not have a really deep undercut at all. So while you're holding the gun right there, you can really feel that. I don't know why they did that in this type of way. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but I'm not sure. If you're out there at the range and you're shooting for hours and hours, will it get uncomfortable with this finger? Let me know in the comment section below if you've had this gun for quite some time. But I don't think it'll be a big issue. It's a small curve, but the design looks great on that trigger guard. Now check this out right here. Just like the SAR 724, you have that little cutout in this area. You have it here, and you also have it here. And I believe they made that for people, if you have gloves or bigger hands, you're able to put that index finger through that hole a whole lot easier. So they really paid attention to design when it came to that, and that's highly appreciated. I think you're really gonna like this right here, the magazine release button. And look at that, it is knurled, and you can see that right there. It has a really nice amount of grip. So while you're pushing down on this, it makes it really easy and simple to activate that magazine release button, and your magazine comes flying out. Now, I have noticed right here, it looks like it's starting to get a little bit of chip paint from your magazine, but I don't think that's going to be a big issue. As long as that thing is coming out when we need it to come out, no problems at all. Let's go ahead and check the other magazine right here. This is it. Make sure that does the same thing, and it does, and it flies out pretty damn fast, guys, as you can see. So when you're paying for premium pistols like this, you need to expect for your magazines to go in really easy, no friction hardly, and come out with ease. The magazine release button is a little bit higher, and from what I can see, I don't see a seam on this magazine release button, so you can't just like take the top off like some of those TISAs and adjust the height on that. But that's okay, because I like it just like this. Like I said, I like to be able to reach this with my thumb and make it an easy process putting that magazine in and out. Now, this is something that I really want to talk about that shocked and surprised me, and it's the grip. When you pay attention and look at this grip, the first thing you think is that how in the hell is this going to have any grip while I'm out there shooting at the range? Guys, this has a nice amount of grip. As far as the material, the way they did this is perfect. I was out there in the heat. My hands were not slipping at all. I know some of you guys like to put goon tape and stuff like that on there for better grip. It may work, but from my observations, I didn't have any issues at all when it came to grip with this pistol. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Really quick, let's go back to the magazine release button. This is a reversible magazine release button, so that's something very important to mention. But back to the grip, it did surprise me. Once again, it felt great in the hands, and it has a nice amount of checkering in the front and the back of the grip, as you can see right there. So that gives you a nice amount of grip while holding this gun right here. And I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you can really see that visual of that checkering on this pistol. It's just a beautiful pistol. Of course, we want to go ahead and look at the grip panels. That's basically what they're called. And if you pay attention right here, there's a screw right here, and there's also a screw right here. I believe these grip panels can come off, and it'll be pretty cool if SAR does create different color grip panels for people. So different people may want a different color on their pistol. I think that'll be pretty cool, and that'll be a really good selling point for this pistol. Let's look a little bit further south. When we go down right here, the magwell. So this is a totally different design magwell from any other pistol that I have seen, and I really like this. And that's how it looks. I'll go ahead and take the mag out so you can look at the inside of it right there, and that's exactly how it looks, guys. So I just love it. I love the design of this pistol right here. It kind of gives you a modern twist with an old school look also, and I really like that. All right, now time for the grand finale right here. Of course, this beautiful curved trigger. This is a SAO trigger, which is an acronym, which means it's a single action only trigger, and it's a still curved adjustable trigger. It's crazy, guys. And of course, you can see it's a small little itty bitty screw right here where you're able to adjust the over travel on this trigger. And you can see it right there and also right here. So I'm gonna come a little bit, there it is. It's a better visual right there. You can see that screw. So as long as you have the right tool to stick in the inside right there, you can adjust on this by adjusting the screw inward and outward. Let's go ahead and do a trigger pull. So we'll take the mag out, nothing in the chamber, just listen to it. And it's just a little bit of oil in this. I really wanted to run it at the range, not too wet, so it was doing great. But that's it right there. And let's go ahead and give it a trigger pull. So here's your take up right there. Take up, that's the wall. Feels great, very comfortable. That's the wall. Break. Let's reset. That's your reset right there. Then break. Let's do another reset. That's it right there. Let's rack it one more time for you guys. So take up. Oh, that's your take up right there. Different angle. Take up. Wall. And it's a solid wall too. Break. Let's reset. That is your reset. Now you know we have to weigh this trigger. So let's go ahead, rack it, and get my little measuring tool right here. That's it. It's the Wheeler scale. And let's weigh this trigger. I didn't set the trigger. It came set just like this, default. So this is what it is. I'm not going to adjust it or anything like this. I'm going to just weigh it just like this. So here we go. And it's curved, so you really got to get it in there just right. Let's go ahead and put it right about there. I try to get it towards the bottom of the trigger to get a reading, but this one is a little bit different. There it is right there, guys. So that pull came in at a little bit over 4.5 pounds. Let's try it again. Set it to 0. Get it about right there. That's it. This one, interesting, came in at about 4 pounds on that pull. Not bad. And that's what it's set for, you know, when it comes to you, but you can change that. So let's try it again. And there it is right there. That one, guys, came in at 4.5 pounds. So to stay on the safe side, I'm going to give this trigger, as far as it being set from the factory, around 4.5 pounds right now. All right, so since this is a full-size pistol, I like to always go ahead and kind of compare the size, since this is a full size, to my other full-size pistols that I have. Now, this is my Glock 17 build, and when I mean build, I literally built this internally and also externally. Beautiful gun, shoots great. That's it right there. So that's a full size. So let's go ahead and weigh it. I'm gonna take the mag out right here. And of course, I'm gonna take the mag out of this one. And let's get the size going. So this is, again, this is a Glock 17. Let's look at it and see where it comes in at. That's it from the tip to the end of the pistol. Try to line it up just right. And there it is. So that's it. So damn, it pretty much looks like, as far as the length of it, it's just about the same length as the Glock 17 clone. Now, the hammer makes it longer, but if you take the hammer away from this K12, it's pretty much the same length as the Glock 17 clone. So that's the length right there of the slide. Let's look at the grip, and you can see a difference in the grip already. So that's the grip. I'm gonna line it up, and there you have it right there, guys. You can see that the grip on this K12 is a lot longer. Even if this magwell was off the pistol, it's a longer grip on this K12. So that's why I like to do these demonstrations, so you can get a real live view of what's going on. And that's the grip right there of the Glock 17 clone. So this is a Nomad Defense lower frame, and they're pretty close to what the Glock 17 clone grips are already. We cannot forget about the width of the slide. And then you look at that, to me, it kind of looks like the K12 is a tad bit thinner than this width right here on this Glock clone. So that's it. And that gives you a really good idea of size right there. Nice. Something that's pretty sweet about this pistol is the curved beaver tail too, and it's extremely comfortable to hold that gun. So you're not gonna have any uncomfortable issues. That's it, curved in your webbed area right there, extremely, extremely comfortable. Okay, so I need you guys to light up the comment section. I really, really want to know, what do you think about this K12 Sport? This gun right here, as soon as I saw it, seriously, at GOA, I fell in love with this gun. I didn't care that it didn't just come out or anything like that. I really like this gun. It feels like really good quality. And I wish I could hold on to this a little bit longer so I can get more experience and more time with this pistol for you guys. You know, I think that really, really matters. But this thing right here, I think this is a winner. No, you know, especially once again for the price. So let's go ahead real quick and let's get this boy out to the range. Beautiful gun. Another one with a low bore axis also. You need some runners, man. Thing is nice. Yeesh.
2,000 years later.
All right, so we have the K12 Sport. I got Chancellor with me today. This will be the first shots, his first impressions of this gun. This is an all-metal gun also. And we'll show you the 724 Sport in a few minutes after he shoots this one. But you've seen that I already shot the K12 in the video. So this is on Chad right now. We're going to see if he like it. We're shooting 115 grain Blazer. So here you go, sir.
Thank
First
you.
impressions, man. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if he likes it.
Different grip for sure than the other one.
You can feel it. It's
Yeah.
thinner, huh?
It's thinner, yeah.
Yeah. Man. Damn.
This one
Damn.
has no recoil.
Let's get a little more. We got
This one, guys, has no
Damn.
recoil.
Really?
Like that one's got a little bit.
Let's see if it can do steel. I want to see
Okay.
if it can handle steel.
Here. So we just shot this model.
Yep.
And it felt really flat.
Yeah.
But then when you go to this model, oh my God.
See, so that's important to know.
Here, you want
That's
the mag?
really important to know. I'm gonna load this one up.
Yes, sir.
That's important to know when it comes to these guns. But you notice the big difference?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
And I didn't think that the grip felt really good on the other model, that Sport. So
The 724, yeah.
the 724. Now I thought it felt really good. This being a little thinner actually allows me to get
A better grip.
yeah,
Yep.
like really up on it.
It's insane. I
All
love
right.
shooting that gun. I saw that gun at, what did we saw it at, GOA or was it NRA? It was
Ooh.
one of them we saw.
NRA.
That's why I requested that
I
one.
think it was NRA.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try to go
Transition.
transitioning here.
Yep. Wow. Wow.
I was really trying to push that one.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So would you truly say that it's better shooting than the 724 Sport? 724 Sport right there. And the K12 right here. Both metal guns. What you say, Chad? It's
So
a hard one.
I think it really depends on what you want out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, the 724 comes optic ready.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing.
I'm gonna get another mag for this.
Yeah, so this one does not, which is the K12. But the K12 if you're going to keep it irons, is a more comfortable and flatter shooting pistol
Wow.
by a small amount, but still noticeable. Just enough where you can really tell at irons. Also, if you really aren't a big fan of like really thick grips, this one's much thinner, much thinner. So that's another difference there. Other than that, they're very comparable in terms of like the feel of the shoot, but this one's just a little bit quicker on
The draw.
the draw.
Yep.
Other than that, I mean, I think they're both really good.
Let me get some of this one right here. Where that mag at?
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me get some of that.
yeah, that's crazy.
You don't mind
man.
if I get 10 of the steel, do you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's crazy, man.
It is.
I did not think there was gonna be that big of a difference.
I didn't think the K12 was gonna be the top dog almost.
Really?
No.
That thing don't want to miss. Whew. I think I missed one on that last draw. And I was really trying to just go back and forth, but it don't have the optic ready.
Yeah, and I think he's right. The feeling of this is really good, but just like Chad said, it's not optic ready. Can you get it milled? Probably so.
Right.
I'm sure you can find somebody to take this backside off and probably maybe mill, you know.
You'd have to look into it because it already is a really low slide, so you have to
Right.
make sure you have clearance. But I would say if you're going irons only, if you're not a big red dot person,
Yeah,
that's gonna be your number one right there, at least in my opinion.
let's go. Let's see. Took that safety off. This thing is not. Damn, I missed that. Missed that too. Man. Man, oh man. I like it.
I do too.
I'm torn.
That's hard.
It is hard.
It's so crazy because I feel like if you go into like a store and you pick them both up, you're like, oh, they're so
Yeah,
similar.
That's gonna be, but after you shoot it, you get a
It's way different
all out, you know, opinionated view on it.
because they
I
are
don't
very
know.
similar in size and weight, but that right there is really smooth.
Only thing is I cannot, you see what I'm saying? Look, you gotta wrap around.
Yeah, that's
Just the,
yeah. I would say that's probably not a good design for having your slide right.
yeah.
I mean, I get the idea. You're still gonna go to
It probably
higher.
needs to be extended a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, or somehow a little bit like maybe like a different angle, just slightly, so you
Yeah.
can flick it. It's not out of the way, so you don't have to rotate your whole hand to get around it for being such a large pistol. But just the fact that your manual safety is also right there.
Very tactile and audible too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean everything on it moves really well as far as like your slide release, everything. So I would say
And even the grip, with it not having a stipple grip or any type of checkering or anything.
texture.
Texture, yeah, it's still grippy. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, well, you do get some in the front and some in the back, but it's not really aggressive.
Right.
It's not something where I would say, oh yeah, this is like really aggressive grip. I mean,
Right.
I feel like you could probably shoot this all day long and not have any problems with your hand.
That's facts. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know how. Like I said, I was gonna like these curved shoes. I'm more of a flat trigger person,
Been
and
working out fine.
yeah, it really isn't that noticeable for being a curved trigger compared to shooting something else,
Yep.
like 2011 or 1911 style.
All right, well, y'all let us know what y'all think. Comment section below.